Tonight at 11.
Doom!
And welcome back, everybody, for the next episode in Iron Curtain Grades. So I guess our shit, everyone's shit. Today we're starting off with a couple of POI refurbs. And Nev has channeled his inner schoolgirl and has refurbed the Academy into the Academy of Doom. What you got going on here?
The thing about POI refurbs is that there are, as I see it, a number of ways you can take them. You can either... Jesus Christ. Anyway, you can either just try and refurb what's there, or you use it as sort of just an outer shell to house whatever changes you're making. And it really kind of depends on what period of the game you're in. Because if you're late stage, then you're much better off just kind of gutting it and building your own thing inside. This is more in the middle area. This is, you've started to get access to some of the higher end building materials, but you still need a place to hunker down on Horde Nights while you're sort of building your own base monstrosity. Sure. The interior is in many ways intact, but there are some updates, upgrades.
I'm scared to even fly around in here.
Yeah, a little bit.
So you've got an ocean
reinforcements.
Yep, ocean of spikes. I saw you've got dart trap rooms over here.
Yep.
So you got, I'm guessing, symmetrical on either side. Whoa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 dart traps per. Just going on the front door. Is the back door a similar setup?
Ow. Yes. Not as many, but
it's smaller. So yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
5 back here. Pressure plates triggering dart traps.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so they're trundling around. If they manage to get out and up. So all of this is just dead-end nonsense, and it sucks to be them. God damn.
Yes.
If they manage to skip their way up to the steps here. Oh, good lord. Blade trap.
They've got blade traps.
Welcome to the lighthouse. And more spikes. And more blade traps. What's in here?
So these are just the access to the ceiling. These generators are running the dart traps below.
Okay.
The generators that are upstairs right outside the hatches are running the blade traps, and then there's another generator that is running the turrets on the top for bird support.
Okay, I saw you had that little tower out there, so okay. There.
In here is the generator for the back entrance dart traps.
You have a bathroom generator. That just raises further questions. So the idea then being, I assume, we would stand in these cages here at the front and back door and shoot the holy hell out of anything coming in either door.
Yes. Okay. Anything that manages to make it that might need a little more softening up than what they're already going to get.
Sure. The back door especially, there's just not as room for as much, so that probably will take a little bit more work.
Yeah.
Ha. The back door is always a little tighter. I'll show myself out. Yeah, it's good. It's fine. Okay, I see what you got going on here. So, obviously this is a little more time and resource intensive. There's a hell of a lot of spikes. You got to have 500 spikes here. Easy.
Oh, yeah. I think it's a little over 1,300.
Okay, so that's a hit on supplies needed. Maybe just a skosh. But I don't think it's too catastrophic. You're using the brick shell of the entire building. Your staging areas up here are just iron bars with a little bit of concrete for these turrets. So again, like you said, kind of a mid-game resource load. You're not getting into like steel or anything super crazy. Blade traps and spikes don't take a ton to build.
The only thing that has steel are the defensive boxes for the generators.
Sure, and that makes sense because, yeah, you don't want those getting punched out, especially with traffic going willy-nilly on the second floor there or anything. That might be my only concern is if they really break loose on the second floor, they've got some room to free range and we don't have a whole lot of opportunities to clean them up, but we can address that if and when it happens. I'm not too worked up about it. Other than that, I think it's pretty straight. So Supplies needed, 1,300 spikes, a lot of blade traps, a little bit of steel, a little bit of concrete. What are you guys thinking on here? I kind of feel like some of the spike load offsets the using the POI for the walls a hair.
Yeah.
When you got that damn many of them, so maybe a quasi-average supply load if you had built a base versus, using the building and didn't have 1,300 spikes.
Well, the way that I see this particular build going is this is a POI that you start in.
Sure. That's a hell of a lot of spikes to start.
Exactly. So this is, a POI. It can take a beating because it's stone. It's open enough that you can repair things easily. It also has a lot of room inside and outside to expand. So
Sure.
you can start initially with a field of wood spikes, and then as you get the iron to do so, you can start upgrading them to the iron spikes.
Sure, and this isn't so massive that it would be difficult to clear or keep cleared early game, as opposed to like one of the factories or something. For supplies needed though, I think this does strike me with this much spike in iron bar and everything. It's kind of an average load. It does counterbalance some of the cost savings from using a POI, so I'm comfortable with like a C. Everybody else good there?
I'd say C-. That's a lot of metal.
1,300 is a shit ton. Sure. Okay, we'll say C-. Build difficulty. How long did this take you to put together?
I did it in chunks, but I don't think it took me any longer than, I'm going to say probably about an hour and a half.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, dropping the spikes is probably the most tedious thing here. The rest of the construction is nothing too crazy. You don't have any insane wiring going. You're not trying to do Alcatraz or some shit. Staring at X intensifies. So yeah, I think...
wait. Just you wait.
There's no tricky build construction here. This is all pretty simple, straightforward construction. But again, in terms of build difficulty, I think we have to note the tedium of dropping 1,300 spikes. Not to mention the time to actually make them. So I'm thinking along the lines like a B- for build difficulty. It's not bad, but construction is going to be a bit of a time sink.
Yes. But again, if you're using this as kind of your primary POI or your primary base, you're going to be putting time into it, I feel, and that would offset it from being, done all at once.
Sure. So, 1,300 spikes later and a bunch of spinning blade traps. Horde Night's coming up. Let's see how she does. Alright, 21:49, just about to start the Horde Night. Realized we didn't have some steps, so we built a little nerd pole to get up the side here, legit. Always useful. Doink, doink, doink. Got at least one demo. Alright, looks like they're going in the front door. Here's where we found out if Nev did all his wiring correctly. Oh yeah.
Careful, there's a demo in there.
Yep, not shooting a demo. Well, if he's gonna lie down like that, I'm gonna shoot him.
Well, breaking through, they already broke through a path to the stairs.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, we got a pile of them beating on the north wall over here.
Oh shit! Die! Damn it!
Davey in our bed.
Hey, Duel.
Yes.
In this classroom I'm in, there's a backpack with a level 6 blunderbuss in it.
Someone say blunderbuss?
My blunderbuss.
Hey! No!
He will fight you. Okay, so yeah, if they come from the side, they're interested in coming in through the side, which is fairly predictable in retrospect, I guess. So I would recommend adding doors on the north and south ends of this if you were so inclined.
Oh, they're beating at the windows here. Should have filled those in.
Yes.
Why do I have a feeling this is some elaborate ploy to get us all killed? He seems a little too happy by them beating on the windows.
Likely.
Everything Nev does for that.
Oh, they're beating on the windows. Look
Oh,
at that.
look, everyone's gonna die.
So it's definitely a little more active than I originally intended.
Yes, clearly.
Oh,
Oh, that's not
Whoa!
What they just take
boy.
out?
a wall.
good. The wall.
And there's a hole in the roof.
Oh yeah.
Oh lord.
Now it just got more active.
Oh yeah.
Oh lord. Huh. So, your pathing may have benefited from some further testing.
Yes, that is true.
For the record, the one that blew up the stairs here was mine. I set up my 2 little turrets here to fire in through the windows at their backs as they were coming up.
And set them off.
Yeah, and he just like came up and just like pressed his face against the window.
Hi.
What you doing?
Yeah, what's going on out here?
Amazon Prime with the delivery.
I don't even know the path these things are taking in here.
I mean, these stairs are fucked, so God knows. You know,
Oh, God.
it is technically possible to not set those off. Good lord.
Beep 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 beep.
You know, I'm just gonna take these down.
It's probably a good idea.
God,
I
this
feel like that might be a problem.
is starting to look like my high school.
Ah.
It's still too nice.
Yours was actually in this good a condition? Nice.
Alright.
Here's the question though. What did the trailers outside your high school look like?
We didn't have enough people to do that.
Ah.
He had like 5 people in his high school.
180 in my class, thank you very much.
And somehow he graduated
Small.
181st.
I mean, there was that one exchange kid. Fucking goddamn.
I had a class of 60.
My class was 425, alright? You're looking shish.
Yeah, but you're from Arkansas, so it was 425 and only 3 families.
I am not from Arkansas. Where the hell did you get that?
Missouri, Arkansas. That's literally the same place. So they're focusing on the back door now. Which,
Oh, because
you know,
they're coming from the east.
at least they waited till midnight to start trying that. That one just ran past all your dart traps because a lot of these spikes are gone. Maybe some more to hold them in place with the darts would have done some good things for you.
Yeah, but when I was building this, it was around the time of the electric fencing causing problems.
Oh yeah, but you could do it with short walls and stuff though too.
That's true.
And yeah, that's I'm sure pretty much still a thing.
We'll find out one of these weeks here soon.
Ugh.
Are you just gonna call the video null reference exception?
Right.
You can.
Null reference exception to electric boogaloo.
See how long it takes everybody to just pool the screen. I've heard of memory leaks, but I've never seen it actually pool on the floor.
Clearly you have never played Skyrim.
Hey-oh.
Hey kids, wanna see what happens when you try to build a game with an engine older than people playing it?
So, Final Fantasy 14.
All hell Skybear. Skybear is a lord.
Praise be upon him. Let's take a little gander at your construction here and see how we're holding up. Dun 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 dun. Your spikes are getting tore up, no surprise there.
Yeah.
Entranceway. Your entrance doorway got crashed pretty hard. Demos.
Yep.
Your inner spikes are still quite a few of them. Your pathing up to the 2nd floor is obviously gone. On this side anyways. On the other side it is intact and spinning. So, fuck you. Yeah, there's still a lot of this standing at midnight. It's not a dead stick by any stretch.
Yeah, I definitely think I could have used a little more in the.
If you say spikes, I'm kicking you out of Discord.
I was gonna say upgrade department in concrete for the walls.
Well, I think the thing here is you've got this dart mechanic, but nothing is keeping them there. So once these spikes got knocked out, which they do, I mean they're spikes. If they they don't last terribly long. Once the ones that would hold them sort of in the doorways ish are gone, they just breeze through them and they only get hit by 1 or 2 of the darts. Shut it down. What are we doing out front here? Okay, they're beating the shot out of that corner some more. Front door. They really like coming in that corner.
That is a good corner to come in.
I had a kid in grade school who was like that.
So would that make it like an armpit fetish?
So how about that Nev mute sound?
Huh.
Mute button.
Yeah, I'm in favor of this mute button we keep talking about.
It's a big red button on all our desks.
Nav mute.
He just gets going somewhere. You just hear from like all of us. We joke. We actually love that.
I mean, let's be real. We'd all actually use that for Akiva dad jokes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair.
But those are so quick that you'd never get it off in time.
Just like
Oh, it's not
prom.
working, guys.
Hit harder.
Hey, Harder, I'm dead.
You're forgetting one important thing. Akiva has the baby shark.
I'll use it. Don't make me.
I'm not even familiar with that. You have something that plays Baby Shark?
Yep.
Dear God.
Discord is
How would
pretty.
you-
Actually, you have Nev to blame for that.
What is that? Did you buy it for him or something?
It was right after I had heard the story of Akiva singing Baby Shark in Final Fantasy XIV.
No, it was the Division 2.
Oh, that's right,
DZ.
yeah.
I was murdering the shit out of fools in the DZ, singing Baby Shark at them. It was an unpopular move. I'll put it that way. I was given accurate descriptions of people's opinion on that on several occasions.
So I found this little toy, like, you know, put it in the bathtub, it swims around singing Baby Shark. I saw it and I knew I had to get it. Baby Shark.
Did we just end it at 3 o'clock?
I
Where's the
think
squirrel?
so.
Holy crap.
I mean, we were shooting the shit out of them. Your front doors beat to shit, demos, and they were coming through the walls. Miraculously, all of your touch plates here are survived, and it looks like most, if not all, your dart traps are intact. Your
That's
spikes in the
impressive. floor
floor ate shit, but you know, a lot of the spikes ate shit, but that's kind of to be expected. They came through your walls. They obliterated the stairs on the left side. And they were kicking through here, but not catastrophically. The back door is going strong. They liked the back door, but the back door held up to a night of pounding, which is always a good thing.
Joke.
Hmm.
There's a joke here.
Cages are all intact. Yeah, it would be high maintenance to say the least.
Yes.
Durability, I don't think it's catastrophic. It certainly didn't fail and nothing came down. But it's not particularly resilient. I think we're gonna.
Yeah.
I think we're seeing like C- ish territory in durability again.
Yeah.
Kind of piggybacking
Really?
off.
They give it that high?
Well, a lot of what broke was like the spikes. That's the biggest impact here. In terms of like what happened with your walls and stairs and whatever, that's a couple of minutes worth of repair work. That's nothing substantial. You
That's
could whip up any, grade 1 concrete or cobblestone, whatever the fuck you wanted, and patch this up. I mean, I filled one of these holes in early with iron blocks. The school itself is not that bad, and it wouldn't take long to repair. And the other side is in pretty good shape.
Yeah,
This other side is basically untouched.
This would also teach you that a lot of these floors are actually just painted wood, and that's not.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to play with those a little bit and kick them up a notch.
Yeah.
Which is something I've been doing for our next POI refurb. We do have another one of these coming up, but yeah, that's a similar situation there where I started poking around and discovered that POI was a really strange mix of first stage wood and concrete. Z Control, they came in the
started out
front door.
okay.
Yeah, they were routing through the front door reasonably well. The back door was their preferred entry point over here.
Same.
They didn't come
Same.
through the walls or anything. The major hiccup here would be this north corner. Once they
Yeah.
kind of tracked in on that, I think if you were gonna do this build, you could work around some of that, put a doorway in either of the north and south ends, and give them a way so they didn't try to brute force their way in through the sides and then repeat your dart trap thing. So again, I think we're kind of looking at an average situation in Control. It wasn't catastrophic, but it was a little clusterfucky.
Yeah.
We didn't.
Which, to be fair, some of the clusterfucky is by design, where they just wander around that second floor. So
Sure.
yeah.
But like we didn't use these cages really hardly at all, and that was kind of
No.
the initial intent. So it does lose some points because its sort of concept didn't end up working out. We had to go engage them elsewhere. So I think Control is probably a C. Again, average. It's not bad. They weren't free ranging it the whole night, but it wasn't quite as planned. Danger, player danger, I think honestly is an A. There was never really any threat. This thing's big and tall enough, and we were far enough away from the hordes, and we could
Yeah.
engage at our leisure without any kind of close range or melee or any real, threat to anybody. So resources used, we had about 173 gas total. That was split fairly unevenly across the generators. One burned about half that total load. The rest were a fraction of that, but that in and of itself isn't too bad. The dart traps, as planned, that was a bigger draw there. Counting them up, we ran through about 7,500 darts in total. But again, I would always rather be burning darts than brass ammo. So I have no complaints there. The more you can kill with darts when you're using them, the better and cheaper off you are. So I think, honestly, that kind of load is a B. I don't have any complaints about the gas for sure, and the dart trap ammo that's pretty conservative. We've used dart traps before and burned a shit ton more darts than that. All right, ammunition for the evening. I burned 1,761 rounds. Davian, how much did you use?
373.
Duel?
1140.
X?
2255.
And Nev?
1,694.
That gives us a grand total for the evening of 7,223 rounds, which according to our scale is just barely edging into the B territory. I'm pretty comfortable with that. We ended up having to use a little more ammo here than I think we would have liked to have. I think more than Nev had initially intended, but that comes into some of the pathing and them coming through the walls and everything that we've already discussed. Cheese! I don't see any cheese here. This is a POI with a bunch of sharp points added to it. Baked potato?
Baked potato.
Chance to patch. Nothing here janking mechanics or anything. I don't see anything that's going to get taken out anytime soon. Everything you used has been around for quite a while. I think we're looking at no chance to patch. Nothing here is going to change anytime soon. For the scorecard recap, supplies needed was a C-, build difficulty was a B-. Durability took a little bit of a hit at a C-. This got beat up a little bit, and it's also a hell of a lot of spikes that you'd have to replace. Z control was a solid C. Player danger was an A, so this is an effective build at keeping you safe. Resources was a B. Ammo was a B. Cheese is a baked potato, and chance to patch is none. Final grade. I think this is a good idea, and as POI refurbs go, I don't think you're ever going to see like a magic POI refurb that uses the core of the structure in a way that's like, sort of up-armored like this. It'd be possible to turn a POI maybe into some sort of like glitch or pathing or killing corridor kind of thing, but basically you took the shell here and fortified it. So that's never going to be a perfect solution, but it sure as hell isn't a bad one. We were in no danger, and the stuff that you would have to replace here for metal spikes and some concrete wall and stuff, there really isn't that much going on here that would need to be maintained. I think this would be viable for quite a while at early and mid game. You could easily station out of this, or even just Horde Night out of this, supply base somewhere else. And it wouldn't take you a whole lot of time or effort to keep this up and running and do multiple back-to-back Horde Nights. I think I'm comfortable overall because of some of the pathing performance issues and the broken walls that we saw. You guys tell me if you disagree. I think this is above average, but not by a whole lot. C+?
I was about to say that.
Okay. Yeah, it could definitely be refined a little bit. You'd want to add some doors on the far ends here like we discussed during the night. But past that, it's a POI. If you're just up-armoring a POI, you know going in that it's going to get beat up. But part of the bonus there is that the fact that it is getting beat up isn't a huge drain for you because it's already existing and it's probably going to be fairly cheap to repair. So coming up, we've got a handful more of these POI refurbs. We've also got Nev's take on the chopper still waiting in the wings. Duel and X both have some secrets they're not telling. So there's some interesting shit on the horizon. And there's always the one that we don't talk about because we're never going to do it because I hate the idea.
The Frontier Watchtower?
Fuck.
I'll say a little secret about my little surprise out there. It's a return to an old favorite, but modified to be more fun.
Oh, Lord.
I don't even remember my secrets.
So it's the purple dildo bat from Saints Row. You just got
Yes.
the dildo bat in a box in the woods, and you're gonna invite us all into the forest. What are you groaning about? That's the concept of everything you've ever built.
No, it isn't.
Sometimes it's blue.
Blondie would like a word.
And as always, we've got more fresh meat coming out on the horizon, and we are getting perilously close to Horde Night, and he still is in no way prepared. So if you've ever wanted to watch someone just get fed through a wood chipper, I think our guy's about to get fed into a wood chipper. No lie.
Also, if you want to see someone fed into a wood chipper, that is Duel's OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I named the goat Wood Chipper.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Did you name the wood chipper goat?
Alright, that wraps it up for this week. As
Moving
always, we appreciate you watching, and we will catch you next time.